on the roof. Sounds crazy, no? But here in our little village of Anatevka, you might say that every one of us is a fiddler on the roof, trying to scratch out a pleasant, simple tune without breaking his neck. It isn't easy. You may ask, why do we stay up there if it's so dangerous? We stay because Anatevka is our home. And how do we keep our balance? That I can tell you in one word. Tradition! Because of our traditions, we've kept our balance for many, many years. Here in Anatevka, we've got traditions for everything. How to eat, how to sleep, how to wear clothes. For instance, we always keep our heads covered, and we always wear a little prayer shawl. This shows our constant devotion to God. How did this tradition start, you may ask? I'll tell you. I don't know. But it's a tradition. And because of our traditions, every one of us knows who he is and what God expects him to do. Who day and night must travel for a living, feed the wife and children, say his daily prayers, and who has a right as master of the house to have the final word at home. The Papa. Tradition, the Papa, tradition.
A certain way to make a proper home, a quiet home, a kosher home. Let's raise our family and run the home. So Papa's free to read the holy book.
The Mama, tradition, the Mama.
For me, I hope she's pretty. The sun, tradition, the sun, tradition.
And who does Mama teach to mend and tend and fix, preparing me to marry whoever Papa picks?
I have 5 daughters.
Tradition,
The daughters.
tradition.
Day and night must travel for a of our village, we've always had our special types. For instance, get the matchmaker.
Abram, I have the perfect match for your son, a wonderful girl.
Who is it?
Rocco, the shoemaker's daughter.
Rocco. But she can hardly see. She's almost blind.
Tell the truth, Abram. Is your son so much to look at? The way she sees and the way he looks, it's a perfect match.
And then there's Rabnachem, the beggar.
Alms for the poor. Alms for the poor.
Here, Reb Nachum, is 1 kopeck.
1 kopeck. Last week you gave me 2 kopeck.
I had a bad week.
So, you have a bad week. Why should I suffer?
And most important of all, our beloved Rabbi.
Rabbi, may I ask you a question?
Certainly, my son.
Is there a proper blessing for the Tsar?
A blessing for the Tsar. Of course. May God bless and keep the Tsar far away from us.
And then there are others in our village. They make a much bigger circle. His Honor the Constable, His Honor the Priest, His Honor... there's many, many others. We don't bother them, and so far, they don't bother us. And amongst ourselves, we get along perfectly well. Of course, there was that time where he sold him a horse and he delivered a mule. But that's all settled, and now we live in simple peace and harmony. It wasn't a mule.
It was a mule.
It wasn't. It was a horse.
It was a horse. It was a mule. It was a horse.
Mule?
It was a mule. It was a mule.
Tradition. Without our traditions, our lives would be as shaky as a fiddler on a roof.
Mama, where should we put these?
Put them on my head. By the stove, foolish girl. Where's Hava?
She's in the barn milking. Will no Papa be home?
It's almost Sabbath and he worries a lot when he'll be home. All day long riding on top of his wagon like a prince.
Mama, you know Papa works hard.
His horse works harder. And you don't have to defend your Papa to me. I know him longer than you. He could drive a person crazy. He should only live and be well. Spitzer, bring me some more potatoes. Hava, did you finish milking?
Yes, Mama.
You were reading again? Why does a girl have to read? Will it get her a better husband? Here.
Mom, Yanta's coming. She's down the road. Maybe she finally found a good match for you, Zeidel.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Why does she have to come now? It's almost Sabbath.
Out to the barn. I want to talk to Yenta alone.
Mama, can I go out and play?
You have feet. Go.
Can I go too?
Go too.
But Mama, the men she finds, the last one was so old and he was bald. He had no hair.
A poor girl without a dowry cannot be so particular. You want hair? Marry a monkey.
After all, Mama, I'm not that old.
Shut up! Must you boast about your age? Do you want to tempt the evil eye? Out to the barn.
Golda, darling. I had to see you because I have such news for you, and not your everyday in the week news, once in a lifetime news. And where are your daughters? Outside? No? Good, good. Such diamonds, such jewels. You'll see, Golda, I'll find every one of them a husband. But you shouldn't be so picky. Even the best husband, God forbid, is better than no husband. God forbid. And who should know better than me? Ever since my husband died, I've been a poor widow, alone, nobody to talk to, nothing to say to anyone. It's no life. All I do at night is think of him. And even thinking of him gives me no pleasure, because you know as well as I, he wasn't much of a person. He never made a living, everything he touched turned to mud, but better than nothing.
Is Ida home?
She's busy. You can come back later.
I have something I needed to ask her.
I said later.
Oh, Amato, I thought I heard you.
Finish what you were doing. Later.
Yes, ma'am.
What does that poor little tailor Amato want with your Zaito?
Well, they've been friends since they were babies together. They talk, they play.
They play? What do they play?
Who knows? They're just children.
From such children come other children.
Amato, he's a nothing. Yenta, you said
children. They are your blessing in your old age. But my Aaron couldn't give me children. Believe me, he was good as gold, never raised his voice, but otherwise he wasn't much of a man. So what good is it if he never raised his voice? But what's the use in complaining? Other women enjoy complaining, but not Yenta. Not everyone in the world is a Yenta. Well, I must prepare my poor Sabbath table, so goodbye, Golda. It was a pleasure talking our hearts out to one another.
Yenta, you said you had news for me.
Oh! I'm losing my head. Yes, of course, the news. One day it'll fall off altogether, a horse will kick it into the mud, and goodbye, Yenta. Yes, the news. It's about Blazer Wolf, the butcher. A good man, a fine man, and I don't need to tell you that he's well off. But he's lonely, the poor man, you understand? Of course you do. Well, to make the whole thing short, out of the whole town, he's cast his eye on Zeitel.
My Zeitel?
No, the Tsar's Zeitel. Of course you're Zeitel.
Such a match for my Zeitel. But Tevye wants a learned man. He doesn't like laser.
Listen to me, Golda. Send Tevye to him. Don't tell him what it's about. Let Blazer discuss it himself. He's a good man. A wealthy man. True? True. So, you'll tell me how it went. And you don't need to thank me, Golda, because aside from my fee, which anyway, Blazer will pay. It gives me great satisfaction to make people happy. But a satisfaction is theirs. So, goodbye, Golda, and you're welcome.
What did she want, Mama?
What I want you to know, I'll tell you. Finish washing the floor.
I wonder if Yenta found a husband for you.
I'm not anxious for Yenta to find me a husband.
Well, not unless it's Model Camsoil, the tailor.
I didn't ask you.
Seidel, you're the oldest. They have to make a match for you before they can make one for me, and after her, one for me. So, if Yenta brings...
Oh, Yenta!
Well, somebody has to arrange the matches. Young people can't decide these things for themselves. And she might bring someone wonderful. Someone interesting. And well off. And important. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see. For Papa, make him a scholar. For Mama, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone, so find me a match of my own.
Since when are you interested in the match, Papa? I thought you just had your eye on your books. And you have your eye on the rabbi's son?
Why not? We only have one rabbi and he only has one son. Why shouldn't I want the best?
Because you're a girl from a poor family. So, whatever Yenta brings, you'll take, right? Of course, right. Hoddle, oh Hoddle, have I made a match for you? He's handsome, he's young. All right, he's 62, but he's a nice man, a good catch. True? True. I promise you'll be happy, and even if you're not, there's more to life than that. Don't ask me what. Mama, I found him. Won't you be a lucky bride? He's handsome, he's tall, that is from side to side, but he's a nice man, a good catch, right? Right. You heard he has a temper, he'll beat you every night, but only when he's sober, so you're all right. Did you think you'd get a prince? Well, I do the best I can, with no dowry, no money, no family background. Be glad you got a match.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, you know that I'm still very young. Please, take your time. Up to this minute, I misunderstood that I could get stuck for good. Dear Yenta, see that he's gentle. Remember, you were also a bride. It's not that I'm sentimental. It's just that I'm terrified. Matchmaker, matchmaker, plan me no plans. I'm in no rush. Maybe I've learned playing with matches. A girl can get burned. So ring me no ring, groom me no groom, find me no find, catch me no catch, unless he's a matchless match.
Today I'm a horse. Oh, dear God, did you have to make my poor old horse lose a shoe right before the Sabbath? That wasn't very nice. It's enough you pick on me, have you? Bless him with 5 daughters, a life of poverty. What have you got against my horse? Sometimes I think when it gets too quiet up there, you say to yourself, what kind of mischief can I play on my friend Teddy?
You're finally here, my breadwinner.
I'll talk to you later.
Where is your horse?
He was invited to the blacksmith for the Sabbath.
Hurry up, the sun won't wait for you. I've something to say to you.
As the good book says, heal us, O Lord, and we shall be healed. In other words, send us the cure. We've got the sickness already. I'm not really complaining. After all, with your help, I'm starving to death. He's made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, it's no shame to be poor. But it's no great honor either. If I were a rich man, I don't all day long I biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. If I were a bitty rich, man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen, right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. I'd build a big long staircase just going up, and one more longer coming down. And One more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear. As if to say it lives a wealthy man. And with each land like a trumpet of the year. As if to say here lives a wealthy man. If I were a rich man, I-do-deedle-daddle-digga-digga-deedle-daddle-dum. All day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. I-do-deedle-daddle-digga-digga-deedle-daddle-dum. If I were a bitty-bitty rich diddle-diddle man, I see my wife, my Golda, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I see her putting on airs and fronting like a peacock. Oh, what a happy mood she's in. Screaming at the servants day and night. The most important men in town would come to fawn on me. They would ask me to advise them like a Solomon the wise. If you please, Reptavia, pardon me, Reptavia, posing problems that would cost the rabbi's eyes. And it won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. But when you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and even have a seat by the eastern wall. I'd sit and discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day. That would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, daddle-deedle-daddle-digga-digga-deedle-daddle-dum. All day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Daddle-deedle-daddle-digga-digga-deedle-daddle-dum. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan? If I were a wealthy man.
There he is. Debbie, you forgot my order for the Sabbath.
I know, Remoska, I know. I had a problem with my horse and my cart doesn't favor it well either.
Tevye, you forgot the rabbi's order.
I know.
Tevye, you forgot my order for the Sabbath.
Oh, this is bigger news than the plague in Odessa.
Talking about news. Terrible news in the outside world. Terrible.
What is it?
What does it say?
In a village called Rezhenka, all of the Jews were evicted, forced to leave their homes.
For what reason?
It doesn't say. Maybe the Tsar wanted their land. Maybe a plague.
The Tsar have his own personal plague.
Amen. Why don't you ever bring us some good news?
I only read it. It was an edict from the authorities.
Yeah. And the authorities start itching in places they can't reach. Amen.
And why do you curse that? What good does cursing do? You all stand around and curse and chatter and don't do anything. You'll all chatter your way into a grave.
Excuse me. You're not from this village.
No.
And where are you from?
Kiev. I was a student at the university there.
Aha! The university. Is that where you learn to criticize your elders?
That, my friend, is where I learned there is more to life than talk. You should know what's going on in the outside world.
Why should I break my head about the outside world? Let them break their own heads.
He's right. As the good book says, you spit into the air, it lands in your face.
That's nonsense. You should not close your eyes to the outside world.
Yeah, he's right.
He is right, and he is right. How can they both be right?
All right. You two are also right. Good Sabbath.
He's right. He's still wet behind the ears. Good Sabbath to you.
Good Sabbath.
Tevye, the rabbi's order. My cheese.
Yeah. So, you're from Kiev, Reb.
Perchik.
Yeah, so you're a newcomer here. Yeah, as Abraham said, I am a stranger in a strange land.
Moses said that.
Forgive me. As King David put it, I'm slow of speech and slow of tongue.
That was also Moses.
You're slow of tongue, you sure talked a lot.
My cheese.
Yes, Perchik.
I have no money and I'm not to beg.
Perchik, please. It's a blessing for me to give.
Very well, for your sake.
Thank you. You know, Reb Perchik, it's no crime to be poor.
In this world, the only criminals are the rich. Someday their world will be ours.
That would be nice. If they would agree, I would agree.
And who will make this miracle come to pass?
People. Ordinary people.
Like you?
Like me?
Nonsense.
Until your golden day comes, Reb Perchik. How will you make a living?
By teaching the children. Do you have any children?
I have 5 daughters.
5.
Daughters?
Girls should learn too. Girls are people.
A radical.
I can open their minds to the great thoughts.
Oh, what great thoughts?
Well, the Bible has many lessons for our times.
You're a Perchik. I'm a poor man. Yeah, food for lessons? Good. And you come and spend the Sabbath with us. We don't eat like kings, but we don't starve either. As the good book says, if a poor man eats a chicken, one of them is sick.
And where does the book say that?
It doesn't exactly say that, but somewhere in there it says something about the chicken. Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath. Good Sabbath.
Children, this is Reb Perchik. Reb Perchik, this is my oldest.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
You have a very pleasant daughter.
Oh, thank you. I have 5 pleasant daughters. This is mine. This is mine. Oh, this is mine. This is mine. This is not mine. Perchik, this is Amato Convoy's, a local tailor.
So you did me a favor and came in?
That is also mine. Reb Perchik. Go, this is Reb Perchik. He's from Kiev. He's going to spend the Sabbath with us. He's a teacher. Would you like to take lessons from him?
I'm a very good teacher. A very good teacher.
I heard once the rabbi who must praise himself has a congregation of 1.
And his daughter has a very quick and witty tongue.
Yeah, the wit she gets from me, you know, as the good book says.
The good book can wait. Get washed.
The tongue she gets from her mother.
Amato, you're also eating with us? Of course, another blessing. Seidel, 2 more. Spitze Bielka, get washed.
Amato can help me.
All right, get the table. Kava, you go too. You can wash at the well. Tevye, I have something to say to you.
Why should today be any different?
Tevye, I have to tell you.
I'm praying.
Laser Wolf wants to see you.
The butcher? What for?
I don't know, only he says it's important.
It'd be so important. I have nothing for him to slaughter.
After the Sabbath, see him, talk to him.
Talk to him about what? He wants to buy my new milk cow. He can forget it.
Tevye, don't be an ox. A man sends an important message, at least you can talk to him.
About what? He wants to buy my new milk cow.
Talk to him.
All right, I'll talk to him after the Sabbath. Let me lose my page.
Amato, Yenta was here.
Yes, I saw her.
If they agree on someone, then there'll be a match, and it'll be too late for us.
No, Zyda, don't worry. I found someone who's going to sell me his used sewing machine. So in a few weeks, I'll have saved up enough, and then your father will be impressed with me.
Amato, a few weeks may be too late.
But what else can we do?
You can ask my father for my hand, tonight, now!
Why should he consider me now? I'm just a poor tailor.
And I'm only the daughter of a poor milkman. Just talk to him.
But if he says no, that's it. That's final. And he'll yell at me.
Amato!
I'm just a poor tailor. I really...
Even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness.
That's true, but...
Will you talk to him? Will you talk to him?
All right. I'll talk to him.
Where is everybody? Late. Late.
Tevye.
Come, children, we'll light the candles.
Tevye.
Yes, Mother, what is it? What is it?
It's good Sabbath, sir.
Sabbath, good Sabbath. Come, children.
May you be deserving of
Yes, Wolf.
Please bring me a bottle of your best brandy and 2 glasses.
Your best brandy? Revelator.
What's the occasion? Are you getting ready for a party?
There may be a party, perhaps even a wedding.
Oh, a wedding? Wonderful. I'd be happy to make the wedding merry. Lead the dancing and so forth. For a little fee, naturally.
Naturally, a wedding would be no wedding without you and your fees.
Good evening, innkeeper.
Good evening.
We'd like a drink. Sit down here.
Vodka? Schnapps?
Vodka.
Right away.
Good evening.
What are you doing here so early?
He wants to buy my new milk cow.
Tell me that.
Red Mason.
Come sit down, have a drink.
I won't insult you by saying no.
So how goes it with you, Tevye?
Well, how should it go?
You're right.
And you?
The same.
Sorry to hear that.
So how is your brother-in-law in America?
He's doing good.
He wrote you?
No. Not lately.
How do you know?
If he was doing badly, he would write.
Tevye, I suppose you know why I wanted to see you.
Yes, and there's no sense in talking about it.
Why not?
Why, yes, why should I get rid of her?
You have a few more without her.
Today you want one, tomorrow you might want 2. 2?
What would I do with 2?
Same as you do with 1.
Tevye, this is important to me.
So important.
Frankly, because I am lonesome.
Lonesome? What are you talking about?
You don't know?
Yes. Talking about my new milk cow, the one you want to buy from me.
A milk cow. So I won't be lonesome.
What's so funny?
I'm talking about your daughter Zainu.
My daughter Zaita?
Of course your daughter Zainu. I see her in my butcher shop every Thursday. She's made quite an impression on me. I like her. As you know, Tevye, I'm pretty well off. I have my own house, a good store, a servant. But why do we have to try and impress one another? Let's just shake hands and call it a match. And you won't need a dowry for her. And you may find something in your own purse, too.
Shame on you, shame. Do you mean my dowry? My cycle isn't one I'd sell for money.
All right, just as you say, Tevye. Sit down. No more talk about money. But I like her, Tevye. I'll be good to her. What do you think?
What do I think? What do I think? I never liked her. In order to have a fine conversation with them, you need to talk about livers and kidneys. On the other hand, not everybody has to be a scholar. And if you're wealthy, people don't call you stupid. And as a butcher, my daughter Shirley would never know hunger. Of course, he's got the problem. He's much older than she is. That's her problem. And she is much younger than he is. Well, that's his problem. I always thought of him as a butcher. I misjudged him. He's a good man. He likes her. He'll take care of her. What do I think? It's a match!
You agree?
I agree.
Oh, Tevye, that's wonderful. Let's drink on it.
Let's drink to you.
Oh, no, to you, my friend.
To the both of us.
To our agreement.
To our agreement. To our prosperity. To good health and happiness. And most important, to life. To life. L'chaim. L'chaim to life. Here's to the father I try to be.
Here's to my bride to be.
Drink l'chaim to life. To life. L'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim to life. Life has a way of confusing us.
Blessing and bruising us.
Drink l'chaim to life. God would like us to be joyful even when our hearts lie panting on the floor.
How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for?
To life, l'chaim. To Saito, my daughter.
My wife! It gives you something to think about.
Something to drink about. Drink l'chaim to life.
Rebecca!
Yes, little wolf.
Drinks for everybody!
What's the occasion?
I am taking myself a bride. Tevye alone! Zidel!
Praise the Lord to Tevye.
Saito, your daughter.
My wife!
May all your futures be pleasant ones. Now like our present ones. Drink l'chaim to life, l'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim to life. It takes a wedding to make us say, let's live another day. Drink l'chaim to life. Raise a glass and sip a drop of schnapps. Sit on the road and drink a good. We pull it away from the morning beer to such many us and our good fortune. Be happy, be healthy, alive. And if our good fortune never comes, you will never come. Drink l'chaim to life.
was really good.
No. It was like this. Supercalifragilistic. Oh, forget it.
You know, Tevye, after the marriage, you and I will be related. You will be my papa.
Your papa? I always wanted a son that was younger than myself.
Good evening, Fiedka.
Good evening, Constable.
What's the celebration?
Tevye seems to be marrying off his oldest daughter.
Oh, well, congratulations, Tevye.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Tevye, I have a piece of news that I think I should tell you as a friend. And I'm giving you this news because I like you. You're a decent, honest person, even though you are a Jewish dog.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. How often does a man get a compliment like that? And your news?
We have received orders that sometime soon this district is to have a little unofficial demonstration.
Pogrom?
No pogrom, no. Just a little unofficial demonstration.
How little?
Not too serious. Just some mischief. So that if an inspector comes through, he will see that we've done our duty. Personally, Tevye, I don't know why there has to be this trouble between people. But I thought I should tell you, and you can tell the others.
Thank you, Your Honor. You're a good man. If I say so, it's a shame that you're not a Jew.
Oh, that's what I like about you, Tevye. Always joking.
Yes.
Again, my congratulations for your daughter. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Your Honor. Dear God, you have to send news like that today of all days? I know we're the chosen people. Once in a while, couldn't you choose someone else? Anyway, thank you for delivering a husband from my Zeitel. L'chaim.
Now, children, today we will be reading a passage from the book of Laban and Jacob, and we will discuss it together after, all right? Okay, good. Now, Laban had 2 daughters, Leah and the beautiful Rachel. And Jacob loved the younger Rachel and asked Laban for her hand in marriage. Laban agreed, if Jacob worked for 7 years.
Was Laban a mean man?
He was an employer. Now, after those 7 years, do you know what Laban did to Jacob? Laban fooled him and gave him the ugly daughter Leah. And in order to marry Rachel, Jacob was forced to again work another 7 years. You see, children, the Bible clearly teaches us that you must never, ever trust an employer. Do you understand? Page 272.
Papa isn't up yet?
No, Mama.
Then enough lessons. We have to do Papa's work today. How long can he sleep? He staggered home last night and fell into bed like a dead man. I couldn't get a word out of him. Put that away and clean the barn. Call me when Papa gets up.
That was a very interesting lesson, Perchik.
Do you think so?
Although I don't know if the rabbi would agree with your interpretation.
And neither, I suppose, would the rabbi's son.
My little sisters have big tongues.
And what do you know about him except that he is the rabbi's son? Do you know anything about him differently if he were the tinsmith's son or the shoemaker's son?
At least I know that he doesn't have any strange ideas about turning the world upside down.
Of course, any new idea would be different to you. Remember, the Lord said, "Let there be light."
Yes, but he was not talking to you personally.
You have some wit, perhaps maybe a little intelligence.
Thank you.
But without curiosity, that brain of yours is but a rusty tool. Good day, all.
We have an old custom here. A boy acts respectfully to a girl. But of course, that is too traditional for an advanced thinker like you.
Our traditions, nothing must change. Everything is perfect exactly the way it is.
We like our ways.
Our ways are changing all over. Here, men and women must be kept separate. Men in the study, women in the kitchen. Boys and girls must not touch each other, must not even look at each other.
I'm looking at you.
Well, you are very brave. Do you know that in the city, boys and girls can be affectionate without the permission of a matchmaker? They hold hands together. They even dance together. New dances like this. I learned it in Kiev. Do you like it?
It's very nice.
There, we just changed an old custom.
Yes, well, thank you. I mean, you're welcome. I mean, good day.
Good day, Huddle.
Spencer. Gilk? Who are you?
Huddle, Papa.
Of course. Where's Zaito?
She's in the barn.
Call her out. Perch.
Octavia.
How'd the lesson go today?
I think we made a good beginning.
Ah, so you're finally up! So what happened last night besides your drinking like a peasant? Did you see Laser Wolf? What did he say? What did you say? Do you have news?
Patience, woman! As the good book says, good news will stay, but bad news will refuse to leave. And there's another saying
Oh,
that
you
goes,
can die from such a man!
Zaito, my lad, my child, you ought to be congratulated. You ought to be married.
Married? What do you mean, Papa?
Laser Wolf has asked for your hand.
I knew it. The butcher? My heart told me today was our lucky day.
Ah, dear God, I thank thee, I thank thee!
Yeah, what do you say?
What can she say?
My firstborn, a bride.
May you grow old with him in fortune and honor, not like Frumafera, that first wife of his. She was a bitter woman, may she rest in peace. Not like my Saito. And now I must thank Yenta, my Saito of bride.
Muzzle top, Saito.
You call that the muzzle tough? What about you, Red Turchic? Aren't you going to congratulate her?
Congratulations, Saito, on marrying a rich man?
Begin with the rich. What's wrong with being rich?
Octavia, it is no reason to marry. Money is the world's curse.
Let the Lord smite me with it, and may I never recover. Saito knows I only mean for her welfare, isn't that right?
Yes, Papa.
You see?
I see. I see very well.
Why are you so silent? Aren't you happy for this blessing?
Oh, Papa!
What is it? Tell me.
I don't want to marry him. I can't marry him. I can't.
You can't. If I say you will, you will.
If it's a matter of money, I'll do anything. I'll hire myself as a servant. I'll dig ditches. I'll haul rocks. Only don't make me marry him, Papa, please.
What's wrong with Laser? He likes you.
I'll be unhappy with him. All my days will be unhappy. I'll dig ditches. I'll haul rocks.
We made an agreement. And with us, an agreement is an agreement.
Is that more important than I am? Papa, please don't force me. I'll be unhappy all my life.
All right. I won't force you.
Oh, thank you, Papa.
Seems it wasn't ordained that you should have all the comforts in life, or that we should have a little joy in our life after all of our hard work.
Reptilia, may I speak to you?
Later, Amato, later.
Reptilia, I would like to speak to you.
Amato, I've got problems.
Well, I know, I think I can help.
Certainly, Amato, you can help, like a bandage can help a corpse. Good day, Amato, good day.
At least listen to him, Papa.
All right, you've got the tongue, talk.
Well, I hear you're arranging a match for Zidal.
Yeah, he's got the ears, too.
Well, I've got a match for Zidal.
Who is it?
Well, it's a perfect fit.
Perfect fit.
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
Well, it's a match made exactly to measure.
Made to measure. Perfect fit. Stop talking like a tailor and tell me who is it?
Please don't shout at me.
All right. Okay. Who is it?
Well, who is it?
Who is it?
Well, who is it?
Who is it? That's me!
Myself!
Himself! Either you're completely crazy or you're out your mind! You must be crazy! Arranging a match all for yourself? What are you, the bridegroom, the matchmaker, the guests all rolled into one? I suppose you'll perform the ceremony, too!
As for being my own matchmaker, I know it's a little unusual,
A little unusual? It's crazy!
But, Rectavia, times are changing, and the thing is, your daughter's idol and I, we gave each other our pledge over a year ago that we would marry.
Made each other a pledge?
Yes, Papa. We made each other our pledge.
They gave each other a pledge? Unheard of! Absurd! They gave each other a pledge. Unthinkable. Where do you think you are? In Moscow? In Paris? Where do they think they are? America? And what do you think you're doing? You stitcher! You're nothing! And who do you think you are? King Solomon! This isn't the way it's done. Not here, not now. Some things I will not, I cannot allow. Tradition! What's happening to the tradition? One little time I pull out the prop. One little time I pull out the prop. Where does it stop? Where does it stop? Do I have something to say about my own daughter? Or doesn't anybody have to ask the father anymore?
Reptilia, I've wanted to ask you for some time now, but first I wanted to get my own sewing machine.
Stop talking nonsense! You're just a poor tailor!
It's true, Reptilia, but even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness. I promise you, Your daughter will not starve.
He's beginning to talk like a man. What kind of match would that be with a poor tailor? On the other hand, he is an honest, hard worker. On the other hand, there's absolutely nothing. On the other hand, things couldn't get much worse for him. They could only get better. They gave each other a pledge. Unheard of, absurd. They gave each other a pledge. Unthinkable. But look at my daughter's face. She loves him. She wants him. And look at my daughter's eyes. So hopeful. Tradition! Very well, children. Shall we make the wedding?
Oh, thank you, Papa.
Oh, thank you.
Brother, you won't be sorry.
No, I won't be sorry. I'm sorry already. They pledged their troth. Modern children. Golda. Oh, Golda. What am I going to do about Golda? What do I tell Golda? Help!
Oh, Amato, you're wonderful.
It was a miracle. It was a miracle. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles. God took a Daniel once again, stood by his side, and miracle of miracles walked him through the lion's den. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles. I was afraid that God would frown, but like he did so long ago in Jericho, God just made a wall fall down. When Moses softened the Pharaoh's heart, that was a miracle. When God made the waters of the Red Sea part, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is that out of a worthless lump of clay, God has made a man today. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles. God took a tailor by the hand, turned him around, and miracle of miracles walked into the promised land. When David slew Goliath, yes, that was a miracle. When God gave us manna in the wilderness, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is the one I thought would never be. God's given you to me.
What are you talking about? Sarah's been dead for years!
She was standing right there just a minute.
You must have been dreaming. Tell me what you dreamt and I'll tell you what it meant. Tell me.
Just don't be frightened.
Tell me.
All right. This was my dream. In the beginning, we were having a celebration of some kind. Everybody we knew was there. Musicians too. In the beginning of the dream, in the middle of the dream, it came your grandmother's height. May she rest in peace.
Grandmother Saito, how did she look?
For a woman dead 30 years, she looked very good. May she rest in peace. Naturally, I went up to her to read to her. She said to me,
a blessing on your head,
Mazel tov, mazel tov,
to see your daughter wed,
mazel tov, mazel tov.
and such a son-in-law, like no one ever saw, the tender Amato comes on.
Motto?
A worthy boy is he,
Mazel tov, mazel tov,
of pious family.
mazel tov, mazel tov.
They named him after my dear Uncle Mordecai, the tender Amato comes on.
She must have heard wrong. She meant the butcher.
"You must have heard wrong, Grandma. There's no tailor. You mean the butcher, Grandma, by the name of Razor Wolf."
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
You have a needless name.
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
A fine outstanding boy, a comfort and a joy, until the master comes soil.
But we announced it already. We made a bargain with the butcher.
But we announced it, Grandma, to our neighbors. We made a bargain, Grandma, with the butcher Razor Wolf.
Beyond the grave, it's a butcher's dear darling departed wife. Rumacera, 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 rumacera.
What is this about your daughter marrying my husband?
It's a husband.
Would you do this to your friend and leave her through a Sarah? Have you no consideration for a woman's feelings? Handing over my belongings to a total stranger. How can you allow it? How can you let your daughter take my place, live in my house, carry my keys, and wear my clothes? Such a learned man is dead, your woman's let it happen. Tell me that it isn't true, and then I wouldn't worry.
And to think it was brought on by that butcher. If my grandmother Title, may she rest in peace, took the trouble to come all the way from the other world to tell us about the tailor, all we can say is it's all for the best and it couldn't possibly be any better. Amen. A blessing on my head, muzzle tov, muzzle tov. Like Grandma Title said, muzzle tov, muzzle tov. We'll have a son-in-law like no one ever saw. The tailor Amato comes oil.
We haven't got the man
Muzzle tov, muzzle tov.
we had when we began.
Muzzle tov, muzzle tov.
But since your grandma came, she'll marry, what's his name?
The tailor Amato comes oil.
The tailor Amato comes oil.
The tailor
Amato comes oil. The tailor Amato comes oil. Oh, thank you.
Bagels! Fresh bagels!
Did you hear? Did you hear? Tevye Zaida's marrying Mona. Not Les Avos. Cycle is marrying
Mazel?
Not Les Avos.
What's all the excitement?
Tevye Cycle is going to marry.
I know, Laserwolf, the butcher.
No, Model, the tailor.
Model the tailor? That's terrible. Mazel tov, Mazel.
I can't believe it! Title's marrying Model! What's wrong with my boy, Model? Excuse me, Shandell. Muzzle tough.
Oh, Yusel, you have a wedding hat for me?
Laser Wolf ordered a hat, but it's not cheap.
I got his wife. I might as well get his hat.
Then come, Model, come.
Oh, Hava, could you watch this swap for me? I'll be back in a minute. Thank you.
Come, Model, I'll show you.
Oh, we heard about your sister. Mazel tov, Papa.
Thank you.
Muzzle tov, Papa. Muzzle tov.
Yes, Mazel tov, Father.
Please, may I pass?
What? We're only congratulating you. All right, stop it. What's with you? Just stop it. No, here, Fiedka. Goodbye, Sasha. I said goodbye. I'm sorry about that. They mean no harm.
Don't they? Is there something that you want?
Yes, I'd like to talk to you.
I'd rather not.
I've often noticed you at the booksellers. Not many girls in this village like to read. Would you like to borrow this book? It's very good.
No, thank you.
Why? Because I'm not Jewish? Do you feel about us the way they feel about you? I didn't think you would.
What do you know about me?
Let me tell you about myself. I'm a pleasant fellow. Charming, honest, ambitious, quite bright, and very modest.
I don't think we should be talking this way.
I often do things I shouldn't. Here, take the book. It's by Heinrich Heine. Happens to be Jewish, I believe.
That doesn't matter.
Good. You're quite right. After you return it, I'll ask you how you like it. Then we can talk about it for a while, and then we can talk about life and how we feel about things. And it can all turn out quite pleasant.
Oh, Yetka, can I do something for you?
No, thank you.
You're forgetting your book.
No, it's mine.
Thank you.
Good day, Howard.
Good day.
Yetka.
Good day, Yedka.
words of wisdom can I give them? How can I help to ease their way?
Now they must learn from one another, day by day.
They look so natural to me,
Just like two newlyweds should be.
Is there a canopy in store for me?
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. One season following another, laden with happiness. And
Everyone gets seated. My friends, we are gathered here to share the joy of the newlyweds, Amato and Saito. May they live together in peace to ripe old age. Amen. Amen. And here comes our beloved rabbi. May he be with us for many, many years. Amen. I'd like to announce that the bride's parents are giving the newlyweds the following: a new feather bed, a pair of pillows,
Goose pillows!
and a pair of candlesticks. Mazel tov. And now, let us not, of course, in our joy tonight, forget those who are no longer with us. Our dear departed, who lived in pain and poverty and hardship, and who died in pain and poverty and hardship. Crying up tears. Let us be merry and content, like our good friend, Laser Wolf, who has everything in the world except the bride. But Laser has no ill feelings. In fact, he has a gift for the newlyweds that he would like to announce himself. Come, Laser Wolf.
Like he said, I have no ill feelings. What's done is done. I am giving the newlyweds 5 chickens. 1 for each of the first 5 Sabbaths of their wedding night.
Oh, a decent man, Laser. And on behalf of my daughter Saito and her new husband, I accept your gift. There's an old saying that goes...
Not marrying your daughter. I don't have to listen to your saying.
Just listen a second, all I was going to say.
Why should I listen to you? A man who breaks his agreement.
I
have a right to talk.
A right? What right? This isn't your wedding.
It should be. He shamed me in front of the whole village.
The rabbi, say something, Rabbi. I say, let's sit down.
Hey, you do answer the wise. I'll sit down.
Now, I'd like to sing.
You can get rid of these chickens! Turn to my second!
Quiet! What is all this screaming about? We had an agreement, we had a deal, I had a vision. Saito chose to marry Amato and not Red Blazer because she loved him.
A girl chooses for herself?
Why not? She loved him.
That's what happens to the matchmaker.
I say,
Rabbi says sit down. Sit down.
Musicians, play a dance. Come on, dance. It's a wedding.
Some wedding.
What is he doing?
Magic.
What are you doing?
It is no sin to dance.
But with a girl?
That's what you get for letting a wild man into your house.
He's not a wild man. He's a little crazy, but he's not a wild.
It's no sin. Go ahead and ask the rabbi. Go ahead, ask him.
Rabbi, dancing? Well, it's not exactly forbidden.
Dance is not forbidden.
And it is not a sin. Now come, we'll dance with him.
It's just a dance, Mama.
Musicians, play.
It's his daughter.
I see that. I'm going to dance with my wife. Go now.
You see, we came at a bad time, Tevye. I'm sorry. But the orders are for tonight. Go on, play. Play! All right, men, let's go. I'm genuinely sorry, Kevin. You understand?
Yes, we understand.
Come.
Get him in the house.
Y'all standing around? Lena! Lena! That was quite the dowry you gave my daughter on her wedding. Was that really necessary? Anyway, Amato and Zeitel, they've been married almost 2 months now. They work very hard on this poor synagogue mice. But they're so happy with each other, they don't know how miserable they are. And Amato, he keeps talking about the sewing machine. You know, you're a busy god. Wars, revolutions, plagues and floods and stuff. You know, all those little things that bring people to you. Couldn't you take a second away from your catastrophes and get it for him? Not asking too much. Well, while you're in the neighborhood, my horse's left leg. Am I bothering you? I'm sorry. As the good book says, should I tell you what the good book says?
Please don't be upset, Honor.
Why should I be upset? If you must leave, you must.
They expect me in Kiev tomorrow morning. I have to go.
So you told me. Then goodbye.
Huddle. Great changes are about to take place. Tremendous changes, but they can't happen by themselves.
So naturally you feel that you personally
Not only me. Jews, Gentiles, people all over hate what's going on. Don't you understand?
Yes, I understand, of course. You want to leave. Then goodbye.
Huddle. Your father. The people here, think what happened at Zeitel's wedding was a little cloudburst and everything will be okay? It won't. Horrible things are happening all over the land. Pogroms, violence, entire villages are being emptied of all their people. It's reaching everywhere, and it will reach here. Do you understand?
Yes, I suppose I do.
I have work to do. The greatest work a man can do.
Then goodbye, Perchik.
Before I go, there's a certain question I wish to discuss.
Yes?
A political question.
What is it?
The question of marriage.
This is a political question?
In a theoretical sense, yes, the relationship between a man and a woman known as marriage is based on a unity and a solidarity
and affection.
And affection. The relationship has multiple social benefits. It reflects a unity and a solidarity
and affection.
Yes, I'm quite in favor of it. Do you understand?
I think you were asking me to marry you.
In a theoretical sense, I am.
I was hoping you were.
Then I take it you approve and we can consider ourselves engaged. Even though I leave soon. I'm very happy, Otto. Very happy.
So am I, Perchik. What's the matter?
I used to tell myself that I had everything, and that was only half true. I had an aim in life, and that was everything, and now I even have you. I have something that I would die for, someone who I can live for too. Yes, now I have everything. Not only everything, I have a little bit more. Besides having everything, I know what everything's for. I used to wonder, could there be a wife to share such a difficult, wandering kind of
I
life?
was only out of sight, waiting right here.
Who knows tomorrow where our home will be?
I'll be with you and that's home enough for me.
Everything is right at hand, simple and clear. I have something that I would die for, someone who I can live for too. Yes, now I have everything, not only everything, I have a little bit more. Besides having everything, I know what everything's for.
So when will we be married, Perchik?
I will send for you as soon as possible. It will be a hard life, Otto.
Yes, but it will be less hard if we live it together.
Yes. Octavia, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I have some bad news. I must leave this place.
Oh, when?
Right away.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Perchik. We'll all miss you.
I do have some good news, however. You can congratulate me.
Oh, congratulations. What for?
We're engaged.
No. You're not.
Yes, Papa. We're engaged.
No, I know. You like him and he likes you. You're going away. So have a nice trip, Perchik, and I hope you'll be very happy. And my answer's no.
Please, Papa, you don't understand.
Oh, you don't understand. Oh, I understand perfectly well. I gave Amato and Saito my permission, and now you two feel as if you also have the right. I'm sorry, Perchik, you're going away. So go, in good health. And my answer's still no.
You don't understand, Papa.
You're not listening to me. I say no. I'm sorry, Hannah. We'll find someone for you here, Amato.
Octavia, we're not asking for your permission, only for your blessing. We are going to get married.
You're not asking for my permission?
But we would like your blessing, Papa.
I can't believe my own ears. My blessing? For what? For going over my head? Impossible! At least with Amato and Saito, they asked me, they begged me, and now whether I like it or not, you'll marry him. So what do you want from me? Go on, be wed, and pull out my beard and uncover my head. Tradition! What's happening to the tradition? One little time I pull out the thread, and where has it led? Where has it led? Where has it led? Where has it led? To this? A man asks me, tells me he's getting married, he doesn't ask me, he tells me. But first, he abandons you.
He is not abandoning me, Papa.
I will send for her as soon as possible. I love her.
I love her. love. It's a new style. On the other hand, old ways were once new, weren't they? On the other hand, I decided without parents, without the matchmaker. On the other hand, did Adam and Eve have a matchmaker? Yes. Yes, they did. It seems that these two have the same matchmaker. They're going over my head. Unheard of. Absurd. For this, they want to be blessed. Unthinkable. I'll lock her up in her room. I couldn't. I should. But look at my daughter's eyes. She loves him. Tradition! Very well, children. You have my blessing and my permission.
Oh, thank you, Papa. You don't know how happy that makes me.
Thank you, Papa.
Thank you, Papa.
Am I going to tell your mother another dream?
You can tell her something like I'm visiting a rich uncle, something like that.
Please, I can handle my own wife. Golda! Golda! I was just talking to Harold and Patrick.
Well?
Yeah, it seems that the two of them become very fond of one another.
Well?
Well, I've decided to give them my permission to be married or engaged, and I'm going to be working inside now.
Just like that? Without even asking me?
Who asks you? I am the father.
Who is he? A pauper. He has nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say that. It seems that he has a rich uncle. Very rich uncle. He's a good man, Gold. I like him. He's a little crazy, but I like him. More important, Otto likes him. Otto loves him. So what can we do? It's a new world. A new world. Love. Gold. Do you love me?
Do I what?
Do you love me?
Do I love you? With our daughters getting married and this trouble in the town, you're upset, you're worn out, go inside, go lie down. Maybe it's indigestion.
No, Golda. I'm asking you a question. Do you love me?
You're a fool.
I know. But do you love me?
Do I love you? For 25 years I've washed your clothes, cooked your meals, cleaned your house, given you children, milk to the cow. After 25 years, why talk about love right now?
So, the first time I met you was on our wedding day. I was scared.
I was shy.
I was nervous.
So was I.
But my father and my mother said we'd learn to love each other. So now I'm asking, Golda, do you love me?
I'm your wife.
I know. But do you love me?
Do I love 25 years I've lived with him, fought with him, starved with him. 25 years my bed is his. If that's not love, what is?
And you love me.
I suppose I do.
Then I suppose I love you too. It doesn't change a thing, but even so, after 25 years, it's nice to know.
Fish! Fresh fish!
Oh, Zeitel, darling. Guess who I just saw? Your sister Hava with that Fiedka.
You saw Hava with Fiedka?
Would I make it up? Oh, and Zeitel, I happened to be at the post office, and the postman told me there was a letter there for your sister Hava.
Wonderful. I'll go get it.
I got it. It's from her intended, Perchik.
Oh, Hannah will be so happy. She's been waiting. But it's opened?
It happened to be open. Rika, I have such news for you. Remember Perchik, that crazy student? Remember at the wedding? When Zeitel married Amato and Perchik started dancing with Tevye's daughter Arnold? Well, I just heard that Perchik's been arrested in Kiev. Yes.
My father! Wait till I tell you! Remember Perchik, that crazy student? Remember at the wedding? He danced with Tevye's Hodl. Well, I just heard that Hodl's been arrested in Kiev. No!
Terrible, terrible.
Do you remember Perchik, that student from Kiev? Remember how he acted when Zeitel married Mo? Well, I just heard that Paul's been arrested for dancing at the wedding in Kiev.
Rabbi! Remember Perchik with all his strange ideas. Remember Zeitel's wedding. When Tevye danced with Golda, well, I've just heard that Tevye's been arrested and Golda's gone to Kiev. She did!
Listen, everybody! Terrible news! Terrible! Remember Perchik? Who started all that trouble? Well, I just heard from someone who should know.
What?
That Golda's been arrested, and Hodl's gone to Kiev. Montel studies dancing, and Tevye's acting strange. Splinter has the measles, Bielka has the mumps.
And that's what comes from men and women dancing!
You'll be late for your customers.
Just a few more minutes. This hero of yours been arrested? Convicted?
Yes, but he did nothing wrong. He cares nothing for himself. Everything he does is for humanity.
If he hadn't done anything wrong, he'd be in trouble.
Papa, how can you say that? What wrongs did Moses do, and Joseph, and Abraham? And they had troubles.
But you won't even tell me where this Joseph of yours is.
It is terribly far, Papa. He's in a settlement. In Siberia.
Siberia? You want you to leave your father and your mother to join him there in that frozen wasteland and marry him there?
No, Papa, he did not ask me to go. I want to go. I want to help him in his work. It is the greatest work a man can do, Papa.
Oh, the baby.
Papa. How can I hope to make you understand why I do what I do? Why I must travel to a distant land, far from the home I love. Once I was happily content to be as I was, where I was, close to the people who are close to me, here in the home I love. Who could say that a man would come who would change the shape of my dreams? Helpless now I stand with him, watching older dreams grow dim. Oh, what a melancholy choice this is, wanting hope, wanting him, closing my heart to every hope but his, leaving the home I love. There where my heart has settled long ago, I must go, I must go. Who could imagine I'd be wandering so far from the home I love? Yet there with my love, I'm home.
You, my child, will be out there to perform a marriage.
Papa, I promise you we will be married under a canopy.
No doubt a rabbi or two is also arrested. You give him my regards, this Moses of yours. You tell him I always thought of him as a good man, and that I rely on his honor to treat my daughter well.
Papa, God alone knows when we shall see each other again.
We'll leave that in his hands. You take care of her and make sure she dresses warm.
Have you heard the news? A new arrival at Amato and Zeitels.
A new arrival at Amato and Zeitels? I must congratulate him.
Oh, Rabbi, have you heard the news? A new arrival at Amato and Zeitels.
Really? Mazel tov.
Mazel tov! Mazel tov! Oh, Shango, where are you it going so
Look
quickly?
at my son Models. There's a new arrival there.
Thank you.
You've got it.
I did.
It's beautiful.
I know.
Have you tried it yet?
Yes, look. In under a minute. Look how close and even the stitches are.
Beautiful.
I know. Now on, my clothes will be perfect. Made by machine. No more handmade clothes. Oh, look at my new sewing machine. Mazel tov.
Is there a blessing for a sewing machine?
There is a blessing for everything. Amen.
Amen.
Mazel tov.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
And the baby? How's the baby?
He's wonderful, Mama.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're here for the shirt?
I came for the shirt, yes.
Just finished.
Look, it's my new sewing machine.
Yes, see. Congratulations.
Thank you. Here you go.
Well, good day.
Good day.
So how does it work?
Okay. It works.
I will, but I'm afraid.
Let me talk to your
No,
father.
that would be the worst thing, I'm sure of it.
Well, can you let me try?
No, I'll talk to him. I promise.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good day.
Good day. What are you and he talking about?
Nothing, we were just talking. Papa, Fietka and I have known each other.
Now, I would be much happier if you remained friends with that man from a distance. You need to not forget who you are and who he is.
He has a name, Papa.
Oh, all creatures on earth, God's creatures, have a name.
Fietka's not a creature, Papa. Fietka's a man.
Who says he isn't? He's just a different kind of man. As the good book says, he shall seek out his own. Which translated means, a bird can love a fish, but how? Where would they build a home together?
The world is changing, Papa.
No. No. Some things do not change for us. Some things will never change.
We don't feel that way.
We?
Fietka and I. We want to be married.
Are you out of your mind? Do you know what this means, marrying outside of the faith?
But Papa!
Oh, Hava, no. Never mention this again. Never mention him again. Never talk about him again. Never see him again. Never! You understand me?
Yes, Papa. I understand you.
You're finally here. Come home, it's time for supper.
I want to see Mato's new machine.
You'll see it some other time, it's late.
Don't make me angry. Because when I get angry, even flies don't dare to fly.
I'm very frightened of you. After we finish supper, I'll faint. Come home.
Golden, I am the man of the family, the head of the house. And I want to see Mato's new machine now. Hello, Mato.
Oh, I wrote that in.
Oh, it's very nice. Now let's go home! can that miserable horse of mine complain about his leg? If I can walk on 2 legs, why can't he on 3? I know. Very upset about my horse. He's one of your creatures. And he has all the rights that I have. The right to be sick, the right to be hungry, the right to work like a horse. And dear God, I'm sick and tired of doing this God. I know. I should push it a while. Yes.
Tevya!
What is
Tevya!
What?
It's Chava. She left home this morning with Bielka.
What?
I looked all over for them. I even went to the priest. He told me they were married.
Married? Go home. Go home. We have other children at home.
But Chava!
Chava's dead to us. We will forget her. Go home. You have work to do. I have work to do. Go home. Go! Little bird, little Havala, I don't understand what's happening today. Everything is all a blur. All I can see is a happy child with a sweet little bird you were, Havala, Havala. Little bird, the Havala. All I can ever see is this little pretty girl, everybody's favorite child. Gentle, kind, and affectionate, but the sweet little bird you were, Havala, Havala. I deny everything. I believe it. On the other, I deny my own thought. On the other, how can I turn my back on my faith, my people? If I try and bend that far, I'll break. On the other hand, there is no other. No. Papa.
Papa.
No.
Papa.
Ha.
Papa.
No.
Papa.
No.
Papa.
No. Ha. No. No.
Golden, here they are, Golden, wonderful boys, both learned boys, Golden, from good families. Each of them a prize, a jewel. You couldn't do better for your two girls. Just right from the top of the tree.
I don't know, Yenta. My girls are still so young.
But do they look like grandfathers? Meanwhile, they'll be engaged, no looking around later, their future signed and sealed.
Which one for which one?
Lots of difference, take your pick.
Hold it. Is Red Tevye at home?
Yes, he's in the house. Why, is there some trouble?
Call your father.
Go home, tell your parents I'll talk to them.
What's going on? Why are you all standing around like a bunch of goats? What's the trouble?
Red Tevye, have you seen the constable today?
No, why? There are some rumors in town. We thought because you knew him so well, he might have told you what is true and what is not.
What rumors? Someone from Zolodin told me that there was an edict issued in Petrograd that all of the...
Good evening, Your Honor.
Good evening.
What's the good news in the world?
I see you have company.
They're all my friends.
It's just as well. What I have to say is for their ears also. Tevye, how much time do you need to sell your house and all of your household goods?
To sell my house? Is it in anybody's way?
I came here to tell you you're going to have to leave Anatevka.
How did I come to deserve such an honor?
Not just you, of course, but all of you. At first, I thought you might be spared, Tevye, because of your daughter Hava.
My daughter's dead.
I understand. At any rate, it affects all of you. You have to leave.
This corner of the world has always been our home. Why should we leave?
I don't know why. There's trouble in the world. Troublemakers.
Like us.
You aren't the only ones. Your people must leave all the villages. Solodin, Ravalevka. The whole district must be empty. I have an order here, and it says you must sell your homes and be out of here in 3 days.
3 days? Why don't we go in 3 days? And you, who have known us all your life, you carry out this order.
I have nothing to do with it. Don't you understand?
Yes, we understand.
And if we refuse to leave?
You will be forced out.
We will defend ourselves.
We'll stay in our home.
We will fight!
Against this Russian militia, I wouldn't advise it.
I have some advice for you. Get off my land! This is still my home and my land! Get off my land!
You have 3 days.
After a lifetime, a piece of paper and get me out.
Maybe we should get together with the people of Zolodin. Maybe they have a plan.
We should defend ourselves. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
That'd be perfect, then we'd all be blind and toothless.
Rabbi, we've been waiting for the Messiah all our lives. Wouldn't now be a good time for him to come?
We'll have to wait for him someplace else. Meanwhile, let's stop packing.
I have over 100 bottles of vodka. What will I do with them?
Where do I go with a wife, 3 children, and her parents?
Well, Anatevka hasn't been exactly the Garden of Eden.
That is true.
After all, what have we got here? A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A pot.
A pan.
A broom.
A hat.
Someone should have sent a match to this place long ago.
A bench.
A tree.
So what's a stove?
Or a house.
People who pass through Anatevka don't even know they've been here.
A stick of wood.
A piece of cloth.
What do we leave? Nothing much. Only Anatevka. Anatevka, Anatevka, underfed
Many, many places at a moment's notice.
Maybe that's why we always wear our hats.
Where are we going to live in America?
With Uncle Howard. Not that he knows it.
Wish you and the baby were coming with us.
We'll be staying in Warsaw until we have enough money to join you.
Muscle, we need to be careful with these. My mother and father, may they rest in peace, gave them to us on our wedding day. Children, help me pack.
Golda, darling, I had to see you before I left because I have such news for you. Gold, darling, remember I told you yesterday I didn't know where to go, what to do with these old bones? Now I know. You want to hear? I'll tell you. Gold, darling, all my life I've dreamt of going to one place, and now I'll walk, I'll crawl, I'll get there. Guess where? You'll never guess. Every year at Passover, what do we say? Next year in Jerusalem. Next year in the Holy Land.
You're going to the Holy Land.
You guessed. And do you know why? In my sleep, my husband, Aaron, he came to me and he said, Yenta, go to the Holy Land. Well, usually, of course, I wouldn't listen because, good as he was, too much brains he wasn't blessed with. In my sleep, it's a sign, right? So, somehow or other, I'll get to the Holy Land. And do you know what I'll do there? I'm a matchmaker, no? I'll arrange marriages, yes? So, I'm going to the Holy Land to help our people increase and multiply. It is my mission. So, goodbye, Golden.
Goodbye, Yenta. Be well and go in peace.
Maybe next time, Golda, we'll meet on happier occasions. Meanwhile, we suffer. We suffer. We suffer in silence, right? Of course, right.
We'll have to hurry, Golda. Golda, you've got to leave soon.
Leave. It sounds so easy.
We'll be all right. We'll all be together soon. Amato, Zeitel, and the baby. Yeah, they'll come too. You'll see. That Amato, he's a person.
And Huddle and Perchik? When will we ever see them?
Do they come visiting us from Siberia for the Sabbath? You know what she writes. He sits in prison and she works. Soon he'll be released and together they'll turn the world upside down. She couldn't be happier. And all the other children will be with us.
Not all.
Yes, all. Come, go. We need to get finished.
I still have to sweep the floor.
Sweep the floor?
I don't want to leave a dirty house.
Well, Sylvia, I'm on my way.
Oh, Red Blazer. Where are you going?
Chicago, in America. My wife from Sarah has a brother there.
Oh, that's nice.
I hate him. Well, a relative is a relative. Goodbye, Rector.
Goodbye, Blazer. Are they done inside?
Almost, Papa. Papa! Papa will see you.
I know, I want him to.
He will not listen.
At least he will hear.
Maybe it'd be better if I went inside and told Mama that I'd be... Papa!
Mama. Papa, we came to say goodbye. We are also leaving this place. We are going to Krakow.
cannot stay among people who do such things to others.
We wanted you to know that. Goodbye, Papa. Goodbye, Mama.
We are also moving. Some are driven away by edicts, others by silence.
Goodbye, Papa. Siempre.
God be with you.
God be with you.
We will write to you in America if you like.
We'll be staying with Uncle Alvin.
Yes, Mom.
We'll be staying with Uncle Abram. We'll be staying with Uncle Abram. The whole world needs to know our business.
Stop yelling and finish packing. We have a train to catch.
We need to take advice from you, Golda. Oh, Saito, don't forget the baby. Oh, I guess to catch a boat in the train. Sprinter, Bianca, put those bundles up on the wagon.
Goodbye, Papa. Goodbye, Uncle.
Bye, Mama.
Mom, you work hard. Come see us soon.
I will, Rotagen. I'll work hard.
Gold, we can leave these pups.
No, we can't.
All right, we'll take them.
Stop that. Behave yourself. We're not in America yet.